Okay, Colt Python, the blued 2024, new for 2024 in this finish. As you know, the new Pythons showed up on the market in 2020 and now they're out. I figured to do an update video as I've had mine for a little while now and have been absolutely enjoying it at the range like non-stop. Been firing a lot of rounds through it, and as that's one of the things that was really attractive to me, being able to truly enjoy this beautiful piece at the range and just running rounds. I have shot 357s out of it and mostly 38s, but have done the 357s. So alright, let's go over and look at the everything as far as condition wise. It is held up like a boss, as it should. Even though as many times as it's been worked and everything, no turn ring, and action is slick as it could be. Lock up, completely tight. Nothing. No forward to end, no side to side, nothing. As the Pythons are always notorious for locking up like like just tight as a drum. So the other things too, it does have that kind of what I understand like a choked type barrel, where the barrel does get more narrow towards the front. This is obviously the 6-inch. If you haven't seen the first video, go ahead and check that out. I outfitted mine with Deer Hollow grips over there from Sparta, Tennessee, Deer Hollow Enterprises. One-man operation, does these custom reproduction of the original Colt Python grips. These are the circa 1979 to 1985 style. Circa the ones that would be 73 to 78 would be this style here that I have on my stainless 2-inch, 2.5 to be exact. I tell you, I got Python fever. I've been loving these things. But Olaf over there at Deer Hollow, he's doing these grips like just immaculate job, phenomenal. So if you got one of these, you want the original old school style, Olaf's your man. Check him out for those. I have videos on the grips, you can check it out there. So things that I've been doing with my Python and running the rounds, I'm a hand loader, so meaning that I've been loading my own ammunition for it, both in 38 and 357. The rounds that I've been shooting started off with just shooting some basic stuff like these wad cutters. This is the lead, just obviously bare lead with 3 grooves for the wax lubricant. Wad cutter there. I did start to shoot some of these, are made by Bear Creek, molly coated, again just bare lead. And this is mostly what this kind of part of the video would be mostly geared towards the people that are hand loading, and I'm going to share with some issues that I have found. Also, the other thing I've been shooting, or was shooting, correct it, this is the 158 grain round nose 150, the Hornady bullet right here, the projectile with the checker, and this is the classic. I mean, that is the classic. I mean, everybody has seen that round for years and everything. I mean, that's the classic round. But in the end, just ended up going with the Black Hills. I believe they come from Black Hills. These are the full metal jacket with the cantilever, 158 grain, just the standard. Due to the fact of leading, really. This is what I wanted to talk about. With Pythons, the distance between the front of the cylinder to the forcing cone is really thin, as you can barely see any daylight through there. And I'm talking about this section right here. Let me get my little pointer out to show you what I'm talking about. And I'm talking about that right there, where the cylinder meets that forcing cone. It is super thin. So what I was getting is you can actually still see some of it in there. Pretty heavy leading from all that lead stuff, and it was caking up in there, and definitely did not like that. What was happening too was it was getting so badly leaded up that it would actually cause the cylinder to seize up during the double action pull. It would actually like kind of lock up a little bit, and that, of course, that was nothing from the gun malfunctioning internally in here. That was caused by the buildup of lead around the cylinder and the forcing cone right in there. And that forcing cone is in pretty decent, I mean, obviously still in good shape. No, I examined it pretty good. No fractures or anything or damage done to it from all the rounds that I've been putting through it. Of course, it shouldn't. You know, Colt had done all their homework and testing on that. So, but just kind of wanted to go over that. With that in mind, I decided to pretty much eliminate all the lead food for this thing and just stick with the jacketed stuff. I know some people that's like, yeah, it's common sense, but for those of us that hand load, it kind of, you know, always shot lead 38s. But anyway, I'm gonna just pretty much shelve all that and just stick with the jacketed stuff. And ever since doing so, that issue has never happened again. Of course, been cleaning it and running the dummy rounds through it just to recheck a lot of that to make sure that that locking up was not actually part of the internal works on this, and it was not. So far as speed loaders go, this here is the Safariland. I believe it's like the auto comp one that it actually, you don't push the button even though that's what it looks like it would do. These you just kind of rest in there. These are dummy rounds for the demonstration. Did want to show if and how they work according to also accommodating the grips here from Deer Hollow. This is not a knock at air, you know, I would say this is nothing to do with his grips. This is, I would say this is a knock, if anything, at Safariland, because this is the exact reproduction grips that would have been on any of the older Pythons prior to, you know, obviously what we have now. So my gripe is that yes, they go in, but then you got to kind of mess with it just to get it right, so that they glide by the grip without doing any kind of issues to it. You can actually see on my other one where they actually ran into the edge of the grip a little bit. So I would say it's a little bit of a knock at Safariland. I would have said they probably should have looked at that a little bit better to run that through. All right, the other type of speed loader out would be the HKS. These ones have to be happen to be the 586 Smith. So it kind of shows you that will the 586 Smith speed loaders actually work, and they do. And I would say the HKS would be the better option if you wanted to go with speed loaders, even though there is kind of a cool factor with the Safariland, these ones here, because if you're kind of like me and you like Magnum Force, I do believe that is what David Soul was probably using. I don't know, but it sure looked like it. But anyway, just an update video on that. Rear sight still solid as a rock. Once I tightened that down, honestly, when it came in, I just, you know, snugged it, made sure it was lined up in the 3 dots, snugged that set screw down, and I've had no movement whatsoever. I haven't touched it since at all. And so sides of the hammer, the bluing held up. No, you know, no bluing lost there. Maybe just on the sharp corners on the inside there, but that's inherent of actually shooting it and enjoying it. But yes, I have definitely been shooting and enjoying this revolver without a doubt. That is a gorgeous finish too. That polished blue is phenomenal. So anyway, hopefully that kind of answers some stuff for anybody that's having questions on it. I am certainly thrilled as can be about these new ones that have been coming out, and you get to enjoy it. And then also, you know, the last touch would be, I would say, the Deer Hollow grips, to just, if you like that original style, that traditional look. So anyway, thanks for watching.